What's up, everybody? We got a new video for you today at the Wallace Farm and Sawmill. We're still working on the big barn project. We got to get a water line installed because pulling that big water hose, it ain't cutting it no more. Let's get into this video. In today's video, guys, we're going to get to feature our mini excavator. They reached out, they sent it to us. We're going to give you all the info, and we are going to use this to install that water line to the barn and no longer have to drag that water hose. So let's get it. Okay, we knew the water line was in here somewhere, so we used the excavator to find it. So I started digging a trench back over here and moving back this way. Found the water line, used the good old shovel to get it in the open. Now, all we gotta do really is keep backing up that way and heading towards the barn with our new water line.
So we got the trench all dug. As you can tell, Tyler's cleaning it out just a little bit more. But it's gotten dark on us. The moon's already out. So we will finish this project up in the morning.
So step one, the next morning, we got to get all these pipes glued, put in place in the trench, and covered. All right. Brittany's camera working and holding the glue for me.
Multitasking here.
So we're gonna go all the way up. One down.
One down.
About 7 more to go. 8 more maybe.
Getting the faucet put on now.
Yep, we just got to put some tape on these threads. And once we get them taped up where they'll seal, we will insert the faucet. So the next step, guys, is going to be getting the all the pipe covered. But I think I'm going to pressure test it and check all my joints prior to covering it. You guys recommend that?
I think that's a pretty good idea. Make sure there's no leaks
Before we cover
we cover it up with a pile of dirt.
Because I don't want to dig it again. Digging it was easy. Had the machinery to do it. Still don't want to do it 2 times. If you know what I mean. It's not fun to do any job 2 times. Get that going good. Probably have to get me a wrench to get that last little spin. But looks like we'll make one more loop. Alrighty. Yep, now we got the hardest part, and I don't know if any of you guys ever done any plumbing work, but the hardest part is where we cut into our initial line. It's like you got to dig enough back that you have a little flexibility. You got to cut it the correct amount so that you can flex it and get this T in. So I'm not looking forward to that, but I think we can handle it. What do you think, Britt?
I think we got it.
Let's go do that. So this, guys, is what I was describing. We have to cut this. Got to cut the water. Brittany's heading to cut the water off now, but we got to get this to fit in and then T in here. And you'll have to cut like a slight gap, because you can see inside of this pipe, you have to cut out that width of basically that right there, because your pipes have a shoulder right there on both sides. So there has to be a gap between them. So we'll make a cut in the middle, and then we'll have to cut out like 1 inch for this to T into the middle. And then to be able to get this in, you're gonna have to flex the pipe one way or the other and get this one on, then flex the other one on, and then this part here would be easy to get on. I may have to dig back further into the ground each direction to get the flex I need. Okay, I got teed into there. Now we are gonna wait and let that dry.
Got my timer set.
15 minutes dry time per the manufacturer's instructions, and then we will pressure test it before we cover it. Here's the test. Air in the line, but we got water. Walking around doing some checks, just checking to see if we got any water leaks, and none that I can tell. Time to cover it up.
The AHM HT 1623 horsepower Briggs & Stratton Mini Excavator delivers 70% more power for superior performance. With a 70.6-inch digging depth and a 9-foot 6-inch radius, its 3-foot 3-inch body excels in tight spaces. The reduced tail swing design ensures minimal ground disturbance and easy transport. If you need a machine that prioritizes high-demand performance and transportability, this is the one.
Okay, so our job is winding down, and our mini excavator has come in absolute handy for this job. There's one task, very specific, that I've been surprised about this excavator, and the blade and pushing this dirt and backfilling this hole, which I've got to go back and smooth and do a lot of stuff here, but just kind of get the hole filled. If you look in front of me, there's a pretty sizable pile of dirt, okay? I mean, we've got dirt everywhere. Excuse the mess, but we're constructing. With this blade, if you watch, I'm gonna stop the time lapse and I'm gonna video this. It will just bulldoze that whole pile right back into the hole and never slack up. So that's pretty cool that it's got that much power to do that. Because we got, I think, a 23 horse Briggs & Stratton power unit in this, and it will move some dirt. It really will. It'll move that dirt. Watch this as I crank up, and I'm gonna push that big pile back into the hole. And see the power here. Show you some of the dirt work. I did a little bit of hand work here, and I took the rake to it. We're walking back towards the house where the pipe come from, but I would think that's a pretty good covered up job. What do you think, Britt?
I think it looks nice, and now we have water right here for our horses, and I know they're glad about that.
They are. I just got done feeding those two boys. Gonna turn them out here in a little bit, but we got this dirt work done. As we took you through getting that water line installed, and we're shooting this part the day after, so it's been nice actually having that water line in, no more dragging that long hose all the way from the house out to the barn. It's good, it's nice. The machine did really well for us. We were able to cover everything back up. The blade pushing power on there was absolutely surprising. It pushes and bulldozes that dirt right back into the hole. But that is going to wind this video down in particular. Wasn't a lot of talking, a lot of machine work going on, a lot of plumbing work. Are you a fan of plumbing work?
No.
No. Plumbing work kind of stinks. Not our favorite thing to do on the farm.
We better stick to sawmilling.
But you know what, guys? We have 0 leaks, and we have water at the barn. Now, we may change that out for a freeze-free faucet at some point. Our rooster is cutting up over there. I do not know why.
He sees us. He sees me.
Anyway, we may change it out for a freeze-free faucet at some point, or we may just cover it with a bucket full of insulation. We dug our water line down like 18, 20 inches. 16 inches is pretty normal depth here. We don't have hard freezes in the deep south. So, yeah, we got it done. Shouldn't have any issues. That is going to do it for this one. Check the links in the description below. There will even be a link to get your very own machine right here if you need one for your projects on your place. But until next time,
see ya.
Bam.